I'm Mel Stewart, and this is the SwimSwam podcast. Joining me today, we've got a superstar. We've got 12-time Olympic medalist Ryan Lochte. He's been in the news lately. He's been in the news for all sorts of reasons. Probably you saw the news ahead of the Short Course World Championships that he is going to be starring in The Traitor, a new reality television show. It's been years since he's done this. He was on Dancing with the Stars, and now he's back. This is going to be streaming on Peacock. It debuts January 12th. So mark that in your calendar. You got to tune in. I know I am. We're coming off Short Course World Championships. SwimSwam reported this. They reported that Chad Clos he's got his eyes set on Ryan Lochte's record. Ryan's got another record. He has 14 individual Short Course World Championship titles. So Ryan, first question: can Chad do it? Can he eclipse your 14 individual world titles?
Probably. I mean, I've known Chad for a long time. He's a great swimmer, phenomenal swimmer. And he's still doing it. So more power to him and good luck, bud.
It's it's a whole lot of pain. If you want to stay in that world of pain, we appreciate you. Go for it. But we have to ask: Are you thinking competition, or is that backburnered, or where are you at career wise?
No, so I actually did just a swim meet in Athens, Greece, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was just a 50 back, but I went underwater instead of swimming it. And I went like 25 something. Um, but honestly, since Olympic trials, I've been doing things outside of the sport. Things that I couldn't do because I spent so much time swimming. So now I was like, my body and mind just need a break from the sport. Physically swimming, not a break from the sport because I don't think I'll ever take a break from swimming because I love swimming so much. And that's what like is so awesome. Like the things that I'm working on now this past year. So it's very exciting.
Well, I've got a little bit of insight into what's going on with you. I know that you're on the business side of what you're doing. That's always been energetic. You're always doing something new. You're always in the news. But I know behind the scenes, you're now represented by XL Sports Management. They rep
Mhm.
Tiger Woods, Peyton Manning, Taylor Swift. It's that's a very big agency, and I know that kudos to you for signing on with them.
Yes, yes, thank you. I'm so excited that they're giving me the opportunity. It's gonna be awesome. And we already have things cooking, so it's going good.
Well, the one thing you have cooking, I know it's outside of swim, which I find interesting, and I like to see stars. I like to see them making coin outside of the traditional aquatic sports space, and you have you have this global presence that allows you to do that. You're now endorsed by an Italian shoe company, Riddick. If you're curious out there and you want
Yes.
to see what's going on, go to riddickshoes.com, riddickshoes.com. Tell me a little bit about this partnership you have.
Oh my gosh. So that's I finally got a shoe deal. Like this is something that I've always wanted. And if you guys know me, I was always the one wearing the crazy shoes out on the pool deck. And I got a chance to design a shoe back in the day. And now they're giving me the opportunity to design two more pairs of shoes. We have two Lochte lines coming out January 1st. I'm so excited. This brand is so cool. Like the design team that I've been working with, has been phenomenal. And hey, I get to design my own shoe finally. It's pretty sick. I hope you guys will love it. January 1st, they're gonna come out. And what's so unique about this company is that they're giving me the opportunity to come out with a kids line. So that is awesome because if you guys don't know me, like I love kids, I love fans. And speaking about kids, I gotta say this. I'm having baby number 3. So
Congratulations.
I'm very excited. But yes, it's all about the kids. Like, so they're giving me the opportunity to design a kids line. So I'm very excited about that. Riddick, get
If
those
you're out there,
shoes.
yeah, if you're out there listening, pop over. He's Ryan's active on Instagram. Ryan Lochte. It's just Ryan Lochte. If you want, if you're not following that handle, but yeah, I stay up with you and your lovely wife and what's going on with the family.
Yeah.
Um, I'm on IG. I'm on Instagram. Are you on TikTok? Have you gotten on TikTok yet?
I think I have an account, and I think my wife made me post TikTok once. I
Her
haven't been
social
back
game is
on
strong. You need to keep listening to her. Her
it. Yes,
social game is
I know.
it is strong. So this is really just a quick catch up on a few of the things that are interesting going on in your life. I do think it's cool that that you've gone back to the reality space. I think reality television is something that will probably always be a part of your life. Or every few years we're always going to see
Yeah.
you participate and do something fun and interesting. Just off topic, let's let. I'm curious. When was this captured? When was the entire series captured? Since it's airing in January, I'm assuming it was captured sometime this past year.
Yeah, it was yes. I want to say it was in May and it was in Scotland. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful, beautiful. We were in a castle, like so awesome. I'm so excited. I had a blast. The people that I met on there, um, I still keep in contact with. So like the whole show was so unique and it was so awesome. I'm glad I was a part of it.
It sounds like fun. I think if you can ever do something like that, you've got to participate and just play the game. The,
Oh yeah.
there is something that you're doing that I think is uniquely cool because I know how much you love swimming, buddy,
Yeah.
and this is one of the more creative things that I've heard of. I know that you're going to be the face and an ambassador to a really unique swimming competition, and I think when people hear this, they're going to be pumped. Um, it's going to be an
Yeah.
international age group championships. International age group, why have we not had that before? It's tell us about it.
So I'm the ambassador for yes, the International Age Group Championships. It's an international short course meters meet. And it's gonna be held next year here in the US. Um, and it's you know, I want because swimming to me was always fun. All right. And that's what I want to show these kids. Like you can be very competitive, but you still have that funness. And I think that's why we wanted to create this meet. Um, and it's going to be age groupers, top age groupers from all countries coming in to show the world what they got. And it's going to be streamed live worldwide for all the family and friends to participate in the action. The hospitality package for everyone, including athletes, coaches, staff, and officials. It's going to be top of the line. Um, there's a state of the art website and a official like mobile app that will be released very soon. I think February 1st to be exact. Um, and like I'm gonna add a little Lochte flair to this swim meet. It's not gonna be your normal swim meet. Um, there's gonna be like games in the ready room for the kids before they go out and compete. Fireworks, the whole shebang. Like it's gonna be awesome. And the medal is one of my favorite medals. Um, um, we got designed, so they're gonna get these kind of medals. It's just I'm so excited. We've been working on it for a while, and it's coming. It's next year. Next
This
year.
so this is this podcast and conversation with you is just a teaser. If you're out there listening, as this comes out, of course, SwimSwam is going to be reporting on it, dropping the hard dates and
Yes.
all the details. to know, hey, you might be able to participate in this or where to watch it. And I can assure you that we're going to be covering it. But the concept of having an international age group championship and it being fun, it reminds me of the old school Y national championships. I don't. Were
Yes,
you never did
yes,
what?
yes, I do. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
And that's what I
It's
want. I want these kids to understand that swimming is just a sport. You don't have to eat, sleep, live by it. Like it's just a sport. And in order to succeed, and the reason why I swam till I was 37 was because I was having fun doing it. And that's what these kids like. I don't like I it breaks my heart when I hear kids that like quit swimming after high school because they're just worn out either from their coaches or from their parents drilling them into it, being like, oh, you have to think about swimming when you're not at the swimming pool and like you have no other life than just swimming. And it breaks my heart. So, like, this is kind of being like, hey, swimming is just swimming, it's just fun. And it gives a
it's
chance for these age groupers to get that atmosphere of an intense meet, but still have, you know what? It's just swimming.
It is just swimming, and if anyone's ever been with you at an event with where you're working with a lot of kids, you really do well with kids. You speak their language.
Yes.
They
I
you know
mean,
how to
I'm a
engage
big
them.
kid myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Someone said, "Hey, what's one of the best clinics or camps you've ever seen?" I'm like, well, with Ryan, because Ryan is, I think what it is that you the childlike feeling that you get is present on deck, but also, there's moments where you talk to them and you're very, you disclose everything. You're super honest. You're like, this is what it means. This
Yeah.
is what you got to do in
Yeah.
competition. You give really vital information. And I've seen that up close and personal. And it's something I like about you, which makes me excited to bring up this next topic and something that we really ought to be talking about for the bulk of this podcast. You're launching a swimming camp, and this is going to be an
Yes.
international series. And the camp is this: it's 154 200 IM, 154 200 IM, because that's the world record. And if you can put together the four strokes, the decathlon of swimming, you can get those fundamentals down. Um, then you can make great gains in the sport. This camp is the dates are going to be announced. We're going to report that when that happens, and this is going to be hosted
Yes.
by Ryan and his father Steve Lochte, who coached him for many years. Tell me this. Give me a little bit of insight into your thoughts behind the camp and what you're hoping kids will come away with.
Well, we created the 154 just because I mean, right now it is the perfect IM. I don't think there really is a sense of perfectness because I feel like anyone can always get better. But honestly, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm doing these camps because I want to see one of these kids that I influenced break my world record. I want that to happen. I want someone to break my world record. And if that happens, I will personally fly to wherever they are, and me and that person are going to eat a large pizza together. But I mean, that's what I want. I want because I want to give back. It's not about me, it's about the younger generation. And I love swimming so much. And I want to see and continue helping swimming and making swimming bigger than what it is. So we created this tour 154, and it's basically we do some motivational talking, things that I've acquired throughout my whole swimming career, and just giving them insights and like things that could help them, different stroke techniques, how to underwater kick, starts, turns, like we do the whole shebang. And the most important thing, we make it fun.
It's then these dates are going to be announced. We're going to follow that,
Yes.
and you're going to get all of that news as we move through 2023. This is not going to be just one camp; it's going to be several camps, and I have a feeling
Yes.
that based on what you told me, and just sharing it with me, is that this could evolve into something where you do quite a lot of them.
Yeah. I would love to because I mean I love doing um camps, and hanging out with the kids.
If you want to save the date and you're like, I want to get on the mailing list. This is where you need to go for 154, the 154, the Ryan Lochte camp with his father, Steve. Pro, prosportlive.com, prosportlive.com. Connect there. You can email them and they'll put you on the list and they'll keep you informed directly when these dates come live. If I was
Yes.
doing a Ryan Lochte 200 IM camp, here's the thing. I had a fly, I had a back, I had a free, but I never had a breaststroke. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Well, we talk about this because I was the exact same. I was horrible in breaststroke, but I spent 18 months working on my breaststroke, and then I was able to break the world record. So I talk to them and I give them stories that's happened throughout my swimming career. So they like, because sometimes little kids, when they see like me or Michael Phelps or Caleb Dressel, they're like, oh, these guys are like inhuman, like they're freaks, like they've always been good. No, no, we had to bust our butt to get to where we are. Um, and there's a lot of sacrifices we had to make. So we like I talk to these kids all the time about like this things during these camps. But like we give them good insight, good things that I've acquired through swimming, but we also make it fun for them because that's what I really want them to understand is swimming is fun.
it's an astounding world record. It's one that stood the test of time. Of course, it's one where you famously went head to head always with Phelps, and he could not dip under. He couldn't dip into the 53s, 54 flat, 154 flat
No.
stood. You know what? It feels like your record is one that a lot of people are gunning for right now. Leon Marchand, Carson Foster, Shane Casas, Matt Sates. There are a lot
Hey,
of athletes that want to get there.
hey,
I
hey,
want to be
for
on the
them,
I just
hey,
want to
for
be on
them, hey, for them, hey, for them, go get it, guys. Go get that world record.
the but are you going to
That's why we
fly to
have
them and
records.
buy
They're
them a
meant to
pizza?
get broken.
But
They're
are
meant
you
to get broken.
if they break it, do they get the Ryan Lochte night out for pizza?
Oh, heck yes. I might even add some chicken wings in there too. So it's
It's a in let me ask you this in terms of the camp, and I've told everybody where to go to on the website. But if it's if I'm looking for instruction, this is for kids aged 10 to 16. I'm looking for instruction. Are you going to be in the water? Are you going to be, what's your
so
style? What's
this
your
is
camp style?
so this is unique because I know a lot of other Olympians that do this. They either get in and then just demonstrate and then they get out. Like I stay when I'm in the water, I stay in the water, going to each lane, each kid, like picking out what I see that they're doing wrong in the drills that we're teaching for each stroke, like that. So I'm in the water interacting with the kids. Um, and then my dad, he's because I think my dad's like top five like technical coaches out there. He's just a genius. So he's on land and I'm in the water and we're working with the kids and everything, just trying to make those kids better.
All right. We got to, we know now ahead of time, but you got to tell me ahead of time. So we're ready to go live when
Oh,
these
you
dates start
you know
happening.
I will. Yes.
All right, buddy.
Yes. Yes.
You've got so much. Is there anything? I mean, I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else that's going on in your life that you don't tell
Um,
me, anything that you can't tell me? Because I'm gonna have to edit it out.
there's some things that I can't say. But I am working on a couple things. But you're gonna have to stay tuned. But you will definitely be one of the first people to know when I'm able to talk about it.
All right. Well, it's I think you sign a non-disclosure agreement when you do a reality show. So the fact
Yeah.
that you were doing this reality show and you didn't talk to me, I was like, why didn't you tell me he was doing this? I bet he was legally locked into not saying anything.
Yes, yes.
You
I
can't
there's
say
a
a
lot
word,
that
can
I
you?
I no. I was like, can I tell my wife? Is like as long as she has to sign one too, because if she says anything, she'll be in trouble. So it's very top secret. But now that the press release is already out, now we can start talking about it.
Well, I don't want to press you on this topic because it's a, it's a very personal topic in terms of like
Yeah.
swimming, competing, staying competitive. It used to be when people would retire, they'd retire, but sometimes people don't officially retire for a long time. Um,
Mhm.
do you see yourself making a run at trials in 2024? Or are you like, no, my experience will be I'm going to Paris and I'm going to be, there's a whole other business side to the Olympics when you go and you're not competing. It's kind of a fun experience.
Let's put it this way. I will be in Paris, whether I'm swimming or not. I'll be there. But no, I did it for 32 years every day of my life, beating my body up, working hard. Um, and now I'm taking just a little break. A little break. Hint, hint. Um, because now my body is relaxing, like my body's recovering, my mind, which is the most important thing, is fully like recovered, like because I'm doing all these different projects that I'm working on. So now, who knows, I might be back in the water. I don't know.
You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.